Around 95 million years ago, North Africa was a very different world. Vast rivers wound through hot, lush landscapes, surrounded by wetlands, forests, and muddy banks. These waterways were filled with strange prehistoric creatures, including enormous fish and deadly reptiles. Among the most remarkable animals of this ancient world was Spinosaurus, a gigantic predator with a long, narrow snout, powerful arms, curved claws, and a tall sail rising from its back. Scientists have estimated that it could reach enormous lengths, making it one of the largest known predatory dinosaurs. Unlike many other giant meat-eating dinosaurs, Spinosaurus appears to have been strongly adapted to hunting aquatic prey. One morning, the river was unusually quiet. A giant Spinosaurus slowly approached the water. Its enormous feet sank into the soft mud as it moved toward the shallows. Instead of charging across the land after another dinosaur, the predator stopped and waited. It was fishing. Below the surface, an ancient giant was moving through the cloudy water. Onchopristis, a huge sawfish-like animal, could grow to around 8 meters long. Its long, saw-shaped snout was lined with sharp structures that made it a dangerous creature in its own right. During breeding periods, large numbers of these fish entered freshwater rivers, creating a perfect opportunity for Spinosaurus. The Spinosaurus lowered its head. Its long jaws hovered just above the surface. It did not need to rush. It simply waited. The river carried tiny movements toward the dinosaur. Every ripple could reveal the position of prey. The shape of its skull and nostrils, together with features of its snout, have led scientists to compare its hunting abilities with those of crocodilians. Its straight, conical teeth were particularly useful for gripping slippery prey rather than slicing through flesh. Suddenly, the water moved. A shadow passed beneath the surface. Spinosaurus froze. Then, with incredible speed for such a massive animal, its head plunged forward. Water exploded around its jaws. The sawfish tried to escape, helped control the struggling prey. For a moment, the river became a storm of water and mud. Then, the struggle ended. Spinosaurus dragged its catch toward the bank. The giant predator had succeeded. Evidence discovered by paleontologists supports the idea that fish were important prey for Spinosaurus. A fossilized fragment of fish bone was found lodged near a Spinosaurus tooth socket, providing a remarkable clue about what this giant dinosaur could eat. But Spinosaurus was not the only hunter watching. A smaller carnivore called rugops approached the remains, hoping to steal whatever food the giant predator left behind. In an ecosystem where every meal mattered, scavengers could survive by following the largest hunters. Spinosaurus eventually returned to the river. There were more fish. The breeding season had created an abundance of prey, and the giant predator could afford to spend hours waiting for another opportunity. Instead of wasting energy chasing fast-moving animals across the land, it used the river to its advantage. Again, it stood motionless. Again, the river became its hunting ground. A ripple appeared. The dinosaur turned. Another fish had entered striking distance. Spinosaurus attacked. Its long jaws snapped shut, gripping the prey before it could escape. For this enormous predator, patience was just as important as power. The ancient river was dangerous for every creature that entered it. Giant fish, crocodile-like reptiles, and dinosaurs all competed for survival. But Spinosaurus had found a special advantage. It had become a hunter of the water as well as the land. Its story reminds us that being powerful is not always about being the strongest creature in the world. Sometimes survival depends on understanding your environment
and using your unique abilities wisely. Millions of years later, the rivers are gone, the giant fish have disappeared, and Spinosaurus survives only through fossils and scientific reconstruction. Yet its story still gives us a lesson. True strength is not only about power, it is about patience, adaptation, and knowing how to use your abilities wisely. The creature that understands its environment can overcome challenges that brute force alone cannot defeat.